Hi there, I'm back home in England. I thought I'd do a direct comparison between a grocery shop I did in Portugal and a grocery shop I've just done today in England. And these are basically all the ingredients for a bolognese, 4 to 5 portions with beef, and also a sweet potato and bean chili, again 4 to 5 portions, and also a few little other bits and bobs, but that's sort of basically it. So I've bought exactly the same here. So let's have a look and see how they compare. Okay, let's see if I can do this without my camera holding being too wonky, because I can't get my tripod to position. So what I've done here, these are the items I've bought, the price in euros, the conversion rate into sterling, and what I paid today um, in my local Waitrose. Okay, so things like kidney beans, chickpeas, tomatoes, broad beans, all those sort of things. There's not a huge difference, sort of, 62p, 60p, 62.70, very, very similar. So not much difference there. First quite big one, as you might expect, was the beef. The equivalent of £3.76, and for the same size pack I paid £5.50, and this was a very lean beef, so I made sure that I bought an equally lean one today. My coffee was about £1 more for the same size pack. Milk, the main difference is that I buy goat's milk here, which I couldn't get, so that's not a real comparison, I don't think. I don't know what you pay for cow's milk for that size pack. I can't think what size pack that is. I'm going to have a quick look in my fridge. I can't think what it is. Is it a litre or... Yeah, a litre. Then what else? I bought hummus. Where's that? Quite a difference there. Again, that one's an organic one. I've got no idea whether that was or not. The avocados, a lot more expensive in Portugal, which was a surprise. That was a pack of 5 very quite sort of small ones. So I had a whole one, whereas normally my pack that I buy in the UK, that's normally £2. So there's a big reduction, a big promotion on that at the moment. They're bigger ones, so I'll have half for a meal. So that would have been for 5 breakfasts. That was for 4 breakfasts, but still quite a big difference. Sweet potatoes cost a lot more here. I bought 3, and I bought a pack of 3 here. Mushrooms very similar. Now here we have some big differences. Courgettes was 1. Whether this is seasonal, it could well be. It's not sort of, we're not probably buying locally grown products here. And the same with carrots. That was quite a big surprise. The equivalent of 40p as opposed to £1.40. That was a 500-gram bag. That was a 650-gram bag, but still considerably more expensive. And again, I wonder if those were imported. I'm going to have a quick look in my fridge. Let's have a look. My courgettes are, yeah, there we go. They come from Spain. So there's the courgettes and the carrots. Carrots. No, those are actually British carrots. So, yeah, interesting that they are a lot more expensive. Excuse my camera going all over the place here. Right, where was I up to? Courgettes. Red peppers, interestingly, very similar. Now, bacon lardons, that's not usually something that I would buy very often, but because I had a lot of eggs, courtesy of the chickens, because we had chickens where I was staying, I didn't have to buy eggs, so I had plenty of eggs. So I thought I bought the bacon lardons and the mushrooms so that I could do a quick omelette if I only wanted a quick meal some days. So that's why I bought those. But I've bought them again simply as a comparison. So again, if I want a quick dinner, if I've been out, and I'm back quite late and I don't want to cook, I'll have an omelette. And finally, down at the bottom here, some things that I didn't buy today, but These lasagnas, sort of ready meals, in Portugal, it was £4.46 for two. And I bought them out of curiosity to see, they were that cheap, what they were like. If I bought them, on those occasions when you're just dashing home and you don't want to cook and you just want to grab something quick, I would buy the Charlie Bigham ones, which I think was £6 each. But if you buy two, they were £11. I didn't buy those today. These ones actually were really tasty. I've got no idea, sorry, about the quality of the ingredients, but they were certainly tasty. With these ones, I know that the ingredients are good quality. Now, wine, of course, was a massive difference. Two bottles of wine, two bottles of local wine. I think it was Alentejo region. £3.14. Now, if I bought my normal wine here that I buy, two bottles would have been around £16. So, yeah, huge difference there, but I didn't actually buy those today. Now, as well as those two bottles when I was in Portugal, in mitigation, I was there for 2 weeks. I also bought a 5 litre box for €8.99. So basically, a 5 litre box for what I pay for a bottle at home. And that was sort of like 2 to 3 glasses a night. And okay, it was every night, but I was on holiday and I wouldn't obviously drink that much at home. Although, of course, if I'm paying that for the box, I might be tempted. So it's probably a good thing that it's not that cheap. So now for the comparison, adding up everything converted into sterling that I bought in Portugal, including these lasagnas and the wine, £31.95. Now, if I had bought these items today, which I didn't, that would have been £61.51. So what I have done over here is deducted those. So in Portugal, the lasagnas and the wine was the equivalent of £7.60. If I take those off my bill today because I didn't buy them, that makes a massive £27 difference. So Portugal deduction of £7.60 brings that down to the equivalent of £24.35. And with my English comparison, it brings it down to £34.51. So all these fairly basic items, a big difference of £10, which is a lot. Now, I did say I didn't have to buy eggs in Portugal because we had the chickens. So I did buy eggs today. So add on £3. So 37.50-ish. So yeah, I mean, that is a really quite significant difference, isn't it? So on my food, I would make a saving of £10 a week if I was living in that part of Portugal. Now, for a lot of people, what I bought there probably doesn't look like a full week shopping. I eat twice a day, so I don't eat in the morning. I'll have a black coffee, a sort of fresh coffee made in a cafetiere, and then I'll have my brunch at between normally sort of 12 and 1. And what I normally have here, I have half an avocado, a couple of eggs, and I'll have that on a big bed of salad. So 4 or 5 salad veg plus things, fermented foods like kimchi, sauerkraut, that sort of thing, some olives. That'd be my brunch. I didn't buy those ingredients when I was away because the house where I was staying, the baker delivers rolls every day. So I thought, well, I'll just have my avocado and egg on a bread roll. And they worked out at, I think, something like 60 cents. So I don't know, 45p maybe for a roll. So I had those. And then I don't eat things like pasta, rice, potatoes much, sweet potatoes occasionally, but not regular potatoes, because I eat low carb. So my dinner, I would like my bolognese that I made or the sweet potato chili that I made, or other weeks I will have, I'll buy 2 fillets of salmon. So I'll have salmon and I might have lamb. There's a nice rump lamb that Waitrose do that I buy. And I will have that with vegetables. So my base, rather than being rice, pasta, or whatever, will be broccoli, kale, and then depending on what else is in my meal, I'll add other vegetables in, sort of carrots, courgettes, aubergines, sometimes mushrooms, that sort of thing. So I don't really eat. And if I want a snack in the afternoon, I'll usually have, some oat cakes with some hummus, or peanut butter or cheese. That's sort of basically what I eat. And then when it comes to things like washing up liquid, dishwasher tablets, laundry detergent, I buy small, which is a sort of low waste. So it's sort of pure ingredients, and it comes delivered in cardboard packaging. So that's the reason I buy that, because I try not to buy plastic. Same applies to things like shampoo, hair conditioner, deodorant. I buy ones that, again, I buy solid bars, which again get delivered just in low cost cardboard packaging. Skincare, I just wash my face with water, and I mix up essential oils, which I get from Neil Jard, and bottles will, mix up my mixture of base, and then the essential oils that I add to that will last me for months. So there's a lot of things that other people buy that I don't buy. Yes, I do like my wine quite a lot. So that's my biggest expense. I'm trying to cut down. Every so often I do cut down. Then every so often I stop drinking completely. But because I'm trying to save to try and fly more so that I can visit Portugal more. I've actually set myself up a little savings account that every time I think, oh, I'd quite like a bottle of wine, and I don't buy it, that money goes into my account, which I have called Not a Bottle of Wine. So but of course, if I could buy it as cheaply as in Portugal, that might be a different matter. Okay, hope you find that useful. It's sort of interesting. I was going to have a very quick look at which items actually made the difference. So I'll just quickly do that to finish off. Right, so where has that £10 difference come from? So we can see nearly £2 there. So we'll call that £2. My ground coffee, I make my coffee in a cafetiere, so that's that sort of coffee that I buy. Another pound difference there, so £3. The milk is a bit of you're not really comparing like with like there, but nevertheless, for this purpose, it's another £2. So that's that's £5. Hummus, a pound, £6. Avocados, another pound, £7. Sweet potatoes, another pound, £8. The courgettes, £10. So yes, it is. It's interesting where the differences are. I mean, some of those I'm guessing will be seasonal, but yep, there we go.